Welcome back, guys. In the previous video, we created our first 8 components. Let me mark these with the steps. So this was our step one, and in the second step, libraries, and in the step three, we should render our files. Okay. So in the previous video, we just used the simple HTML elements to create a header file. But in this video, I will be telling you guys that how you can use the React method to create the HTML elements. For that purpose, go into your component, and here you will be using the React dot create element. And here you have to pause the parenthesis. First, you have to decide that what type of element that you want to run create this. After that, you have to pass the parameters, which is actually number of attributes that you want to attach with your h1, as you used to have font size or align attribute inside the starting element of h1 element. So right now I'm going to put the null, and next is the content that you want to put inside the h1. So I will be using the welcome to h1 or simply welcome to React. Okay, just save it, and you can see that this has been appear over here. If I change this to, let me put heart over here and save, you would see that that heart has been appeared over here. Okay, so in this way you can create the HTML element by using the create element method of React class. But if you want to put the element over here, let me take this to next line so you can see that. And here, suppose that I want to add a class name. So I will be using the vanilla.js. For that purpose, I would be using the class name, which would be equal to, suppose I would be using the title. If I hit save and change this to colon, as you know that in vanilla.js we don't use the equal sign. Instead, we use the colons to define value for different kind of objects. Okay, so if I go back into my browser now and go back into my browser and let me inspect it, and from inside the body into div, you would see that there is a class attribute has been added into our h1. So in this way you can add attribute to an HTML element. If you want to create nested elements by using the create element method, then instead of putting this, you need to use call again React. Again, you have to call the create element, and inside this, you again have to pass the thing that you want to create. This is h1 again, and I would be saying I'm not going to add any attributes right now. And the next thing I would be adding, how are things. Okay, and go back to your browser. But before that, this is not clone element. This is create element. This is create element. Control save and go back into your browser. Okay, there you go. Hard thing. So in this way, you can use create element method of React class to create the HTML element and HTML nested element. So that's it for this video. See you guys in the next video.